Hello. Today, we are learning what it's like to be black in Korea.
Hey bosses, it's Marie from Asian Boss. Did you know that it's almost been a year since the death of George Floyd triggered the Black Lives Matter movement on a global scale? A lot of you asked us to do a follow-up and talk about how things have changed for black people in Asia. So we listened, and today we're going to talk with a group of black people in Korea and get them to share their personal stories. In our next video, you'll also get to hear from black people living in Japan. So be sure to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So what's it like being black in Korea in 2021? Let's go find out.
What's your name? Where are you from? How long have you been living in Korea and what do you do here?
My name is Bria Martyr. I am from the United States, from Ohio specifically. I've been living in Korea for about 3 years now, and I'm actually an English teacher, a native English teacher here.
My name is Isis. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, USA, 미국인. I started
Shout out Maryland, Mo! Even though Baltimore and the DMV are two different places, but shout out to Maryland.
teaching English from 2017 and I left in 2019, but I came here on and off kind of to visit, and right now I'm just YouTubing and just taking a vacation sort of.
I'm Ruqayya. I'm Jamaican American, and I've been living in Korea for about 5 years or so. Yeah.
My name is Prince John, and I'm a very awkward person, as you can tell from that introduction. I'm working on a startup to help people relocate to Korea, so businesses and expats.
My name is Chedza, and I'm from England. I've been living in Seoul for coming upon 3 years now.
Hello, my name is Nancy. I'm from Mexico. I have been in Korea for almost maybe 4 years, something like that. I consider myself as black because of my background. My family, my relatives from 500 years ago were slaves from Africa. They took them to Mexico as slaves.
Today we want to discover what it's like for black people living in Korea.
Okay.
And so why did you come to Korea in the first place?
The reason I came here was just because I had an opportunity to come. I was in college at the time, and a friend of mine, she got recruited to teach English. So she told me and a bunch of our friends about the opportunity. So I did some research into Korea, and I was like, it don't look like I'm gonna get blown up over there or anything like that. So I decided to come and just, enjoy the adventure.
Huh? What? What did he say?
So I came to Korea in 2017 because that's when we had a new presidency, as we know, and I knew I did not want to be around for that. So I had already...
Hey, I'm not even gonna cap to you. It's been bad, but no, it's been pretty bad. It's been pretty bad since 2008. I'm gonna let you know you missed a lot. So hey.
studied here at Yonsei University back in 2014. I had already been studying Korean since 2011, so I was already very familiar with Korea. It was a very easy choice to come back here.
It actually started on YouTube. I was coming to the end of university, and I knew I wanted to do something or go somewhere. And I started to see a lot of vlogs about foreigners living in Korea and how it's safe here. It's cheap to do stuff and have fun, and I was just like, why not? Every vlog that I saw made it seem like it was this amazing, new, exciting place. I didn't really see any videos that talked about it negatively. So I kind of just figured, well, I do want to travel. And I also was a bit into K-pop. So I wanted to learn more about that too.
So to all my niggas, do y'all want to move to Korea? Have you ever thought of moving out the country to Korea? I haven't. To all my non-niggas and non-niggettes, have you ever thought of moving to Korea? That don't live into Korea? That people that don't live in Korea, have y'all thought to move to Korea? And if so, why? And if not, why not? I would say I don't want to because I kind of like it here in America, I'm just starting to be a grown man, so you know what I'm saying, I kind of like it here. Even though I've been on the East Coast for 22 years, you know what I'm saying, I got a whole lot more to travel to, so I haven't really thought about moving to Korea at the moment. But I may, I might.
Prior to coming to Korea, did you have any concerns about being black in this country? And if
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. One thing that I think about Korea or in Asia, and I was told this, is that they're very racist in Asia. That's something I was taught, and I was told. I don't know for a fact because I have not been in Asia ever, but I do see articles and videos and anecdotal stuff about how Asian people hate niggas. So it's kind of deterring. Well, it kind of changed my views on Asia a little bit. So that's probably the only concern. You know what I'm saying? I will hope the police don't beat the hell out of them. You know what I'm saying? They say it's safe over there, so.
black in this country, and if so, why?
Yes, I hear a lot about they could be racist or something like that. Also, if you watch the dramas or something like that, you can hear Koreans, they are kind of obsessed with white skin. So also the products, they have these really white or whitening products, whitening creams, whitening lotions. So I was concerned okay, maybe they will not like me or avoid me or something like that.
It was mostly about the integration. Just even people seeing me because I'm a big guy, they're already very scared or thinking I'm some kind of gangster or something, but I'm just a big softie. I've got avocado tattoos. I love cute things, but already I've got to jump over that hurdle. So that was my biggest concern of how are people gonna see me.
If I would feel comfortable or if I would kind of be ostracized or that kind of thing. Yeah, that was mostly my worry.
So after your time here in Korea, did it turn out that your concerns were true or not?
Not completely. Now that I've been here for 3 years, I feel like it's quite a safe place to be. And in general, I feel accepted and comfortable here.
Have you attended any of the Black Lives Matter protests here in Korea, and how are they received?
I don't attend any protests in Korea because I don't want no problems with immigration. So you're not going to see me at any protests, not in Korea.
I was really pleasantly surprised that they were happening here.
It's funny.
I was in Korea too? I was really, really shocked. I understand that in Korea there aren't a lot of black people. So to see Koreans here in a very mostly Korean society take interest was already a good start for me. Because there's no benefit to Korean people here showing that they care and support. So I saw that as a very encouraging moment.
For example, if there was an outbreak of coronavirus and if it stemmed from that, I know that people would come to blame foreigners and black people in particular. So I was really wary about attending that kind of rally. In general, I feel people didn't really talk about it. They didn't really talk to me about it, my students and things like that.
This problem is also happening in our country, so I think we must look first in our country and then support the rest. I think the protest in Korea was the same. They were just thinking and concerning about the situation in USA, the racism in USA, but they are not thinking about if they have the same problem here.
What are some of the stereotypes that Koreans have of black people, and where do you think it comes from?
I want to hear this.
I think there's good and bad stereotypes. So I would say the positive stereotypes are good dancer or good at music or super sexy or things like that, which thanks, but I don't want that to be all that we are,
Shit, you call me sexy, I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you think I'm sexy, fool? It is what it is, for free. No, I'm playing. Stereotypes. Me and stereotypes, I'm more of a person that likes to find comedy in pretty much everything under the sun, because I don't like being angry at things. I don't like getting offended. Sometimes I do get offended, but I feel like I am very I have my own, I have my own problems that be going on through my head. So I try my best to find a positive, in terms of comedy, make jokes about some racist shit that may be racist. That's me, because I can do that. I'm not saying this for everybody, but like I feel like I'm good at compartmentalizing certain things into like maybe a joke or maybe just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm getting anybody, but it's stereotypes don't really hurt me as much. You know what I'm saying? I don't like watermelon. I don't think. I've never had it. Have I had watermelon? I don't think so. Fried chicken. I don't like fried foods. So, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? What other stereotypes are there? I can't really think of any. I'm ignorant a little bit. I'm loud. I mean, I don't know.
You know, and then there's also the negative stereotypes, like they're a thug, or they're a thug, or like they're really aggressive, or they're.
Do I look like a thug? Do my tattoos make me look like a thug? I feel like I have very docile tattoos. It may be a lot, but I feel like I have very like my tattoos. Sorry, it's peeling, so it might look nasty on camera, but my tattoos are pretty much all nature inspired. Like I don't have any gang tattoos. I'm not in a goddamn gang, so yeah, it's all nature inspired. So y'all think I would be seen as a thug? I don't know. I feel like I got big ass leaves on my arm. These aren't gang tats. So something to think about.
They're mean or they're scary.
Or, you know, that we're all really loud, we're all aggressive, we're all angry all the time. We all have guns or have used them or have sold drugs or do sell drugs or, you know, stuff like that. There's a lot of negative images that are put in the media and portrayed and that are pushed out to the entire world. And then, I don't know if you can even call them positive stereotypes, but let's say the less negative stereotypes that, you know, if you're black, you dress a certain way, like you dress, as they say in Korea, hip-hop style, and, we all like rap music, and everybody can play the drums. You know what I'm saying? We all got rhythm, and we all can dance.
I don't think I've heard any kind of positive stereotypes about us, even though sometimes people try to make it as a positive stereotype. For instance, if we have our hair in a bun or we have the scarves, they call it dongmori, which technically means shit hair, and it's just like, you couldn't use donut, you could have said, like, it looks like a donut in the back of the hair, but you specifically said dongmori.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you face
Shit
because
hair.
of the color
Oh my
of your
God.
skin, and in what type of societal setting or environments were you affected by this the most?
I will say that maybe there are not products that match with my color skin. Of course, it's not necessary to be. I mean, we are not that much here in Korea, but even of that, like also maybe our bodies can be different. So also I hear that a lot of women struggle with the clothes.
One thing that I know for a fact that I will have a problem with is wearing clothes, buying clothes. I'm a big dude, man. Like, it may not seem like it, but I'm a big dude. Like, I wear a size, it ranges from 34 to 38. They don't even have 34, they barely have 38s in, like, nice clothes. Like, that's actually, like, demonic. I love pants. That's very demonic.
Part of the reason why I got divorced is because the person that I was with put me below her because of the color of my skin. So she really revered white people, and so that was great. But then she looked down on me quite a lot.
Why would you get married to somebody who puts you down? You would think that someone, like, if you get married to somebody, you would know how they act and how they put you. I'll shut that shit down the first time I see that shit. The fuck? Let me just
like joke within the foreigner community that no matter how much of a bum you are, if you're white, people will lift you up. And it was that kind of case. It's that no matter what I do, I worked in companies, I learned Korean, I did everything, but then at the end of the day, she still treated me like I was just inherently below her in society.
You suck my dick with that.
Sexualization as well, like, oh, you know, I heard black girls are like really good in bed, or like, oh, like I've never fucked a black girl, like I really want to try it. It's like I'm not a cookie for you to like taste and see if it tastes good. Like, I'm a human being, and I think that's what makes me the most frustrated is you would never talk to a Korean girl that way. Like, I know it for sure. I even asked like my Korean female friends, my Korean guy friends, like, have you ever had someone talk to you like this? And they're like, absolutely not. He would get slapped in the face. And I'm like, I wish I could. But the other thing is, like, if I'm ever angry or aggressive in public, then I'm the angry black woman.
So have you been discriminated in Korea based on your skin color?
I've been in a line to go into a bar or into a club with my friends, and we've been the only ones who've been not allowed entry, while everybody else in the line is allowed to enter.
The fuck?
Like, not based on like what we were wearing or anything like that. The only like difference was with our skin color. Yeah.
Well, that's a big ass turn. What the hell? Damn. What the fuck?
Does this happen often in Korea?
Yes. Yeah.
What the? Why did y'all wait till 10 minutes to say that? Damn. I was actually contemplating going to Korea. I mean, I still might go. You know what I'm saying? But would have nice if y'all would. I mean, hey, I guess y'all waited till 10 minutes to do this, but I guess.
Yeah. You just have like clubs that you know, like this club is not gonna let me in, this club is not gonna let me in because I'm black.
Like the most common one, and everyone knows this, is taxi drivers. Even yesterday, I was in Gwanghwamun, and I tried to get a taxi, and the taxi driver literally slowed down, looked at me, kept driving, looked at me, and then drove off.
Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that shit. That give me I'd be mad as fuck. I'd be mad as hell if that happened to me. You know what? I can have that shit. You gonna see an angry black man. If I can't get a ride nowhere, bro, I'd be mad as shit. Nah. Cause I like to go to places. Even though I probably drive myself, but I don't know, bro. This
Oh my God.
And it's happened many times before, but like never to the extent.
Like, I would probably laugh that shit off probably the first time. The second time I'd be like, all right, Mo, what the fuck? I need to go somewhere. The third time, I'd be sick as shit. I'd be mad as shit. You gonna see an angry nigga.
Like, really slow down and give me eye contact. Like, he could have crashed, but he was still just giving me eye contact to tell you, you know, you're not getting in my car and driving away.
When I was working in a school, they would say, you know, the parents would say they don't want a black person teaching their kids. They would rather have somebody who's white teaching their kids. And
so is this Eurocentric shit like still going on? Because I feel like this is Eurocentric stuff. Do you know, like, it's hella black people who are educated, bro. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's funny because you got like the biggest Korean industry that I'm guessing is K-pop. And they derive it from black folks. But you get mad that your black folks are teaching your kids. That just blows my mind every time. Like, especially over here, bro. Like, bro, there's white folks here that want to be like black people, but get mad when they teach their kids. Like, I don't get it.
that hurt because there's no difference between me and a white person, you know. But I guess for them it matters somehow, you know. And it's weird because like some of the white people that would teach, they're not even native in English. They would be like Russian or something, but it was just the white is more, I don't know.
I went to a hospital. I called in advance because I need to do a test, a medical test there. I called in advance to check if I was able to do the test there. They say yes, was okay. I also asked them, I'm foreigner, is everything okay? I was talking everything in Korean. I was saying all in Korean. They say, it's okay, it's okay. So then I just show up there, and
They turn you down.
in the reception, the women there in the reception, they just look at me and say, just go outside, just go out, go out, go out. We are not allowing you. I was like, but why not? They said, the only thing they told me was, we don't allow foreigners. But I told them, but I called like 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago to ask if I was allowed.
Just suck the dick, bitch. You talking about you don't... Man. See, this is where I get mad. Oh my God.
If I was allowed to do my test here, and you say yes. And they say, no. You have to go outside. And they push me to the elevator, and then I have to go. So...
I moved back.
Oh my God. How did you deal with that kind of situation?
You laughing.
I remember I was really disappointed. I went to the toilet, and I was just crying.
We were waiting for the subway, and I don't remember where we were going. And this man, he was maybe in his mid-40s. I'm sitting like this, and Aaron is standing next to me, who's my friend, and Isis is standing next to me. And he looks at me, and he looks at Aaron, and he goes, "Oh, your skin is so dark." And she's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Oh, no." Talking to me, her skin good, like Asian woman, light skin, dark skin is not good. And we're like, did he really just say, like, it's normal, like this is just normal conversation? And we're like, excuse me? And he's speaking very loudly in English to us on the train in front of so many people. You can clearly see that we're like very uncomfortable with this man. I don't know if Jesus was listening to me or something, but this Korean girl stands up from the train and she's like, "Are you guys okay?" And we're like, "No, we're not okay. This guy is really rude." And she's like, "Do you know him?" And we're like, "No, we've never met him before." So she starts berating him in Korean, like, "What are you, like, I can't believe you would talk to him like this. Like, you don't know them. Why are you talking to girls on the train? You're such a pervert." Like, go ahead. And all the Koreans around are now hearing this and looking at him. So he kind of got like shamed into leaving us alone.
To be honest, the racism in Korea is child's play. I can walk around here and know that no one's going to attack me because they hate me so much. Versus in the States, where you have hundreds of years of people being like, "You're less than human, I own you, I can do whatever you want, I want, you're blah, blah, blah." You know, because that's compounded and passed down through the generations, like that same type of visceral hate just isn't here in Korea because they just don't have that same experience with Black people.
You know, something about this would piss me off even more. You know, I feel like I would, even though I wouldn't want neither, but I feel like I would like somebody who, I would like being fucked with in terms of like face to face and directly. Like if someone hates me because I'm Black and they try to swing on me, I'm gonna fuck them up. But like if they try to say, "Oh, your skin is so dark," yeah, okay. And like type shit like that. But when it comes to like denying me access to shit like transportation and hospitals and healthcare and shit like that, that's when I got a motherfucking problem. Because like I needs that. But I needs that. I can handle it, but so much physical racism, like I can learn how to fight. But when it comes to shit like denying like access to basic human rights, like hospitals and shit, that's when all hell gonna break loose for me, because that's beyond fucked up, bro. Like, so I don't know.
So like at least in the States, it's like if I were to report discrimination or something, things will be done. Versus I report here, they're just like, meh. There's no rules that protects me from discrimination.
Overall, do you think the perception of Black people by Koreans have changed over the years, or perhaps is changing?
I would say, as much as I was talking a lot of ish, I would say that there has been a change. There has been people who actually stand up or say something if they see something, or if there are times where people do correct their friends, especially if they are in the surrounding. You know, I can't expect Korea to just change next day, but there is small changes.
There was the situation that happened a while ago with the children doing blackface. That wasn't like a really long time ago, so I can't really say that the perception of black people has changed that much.
So speaking about the blackface issue, are you aware of Sam Ochiri?
Yeah, I'm aware of him.
Sam, do you mind just like briefly telling us about like him, his situation, the blackface issue?
Sam was like a really popular person in Korea. He was in lots of TV programs, lots of advertisements and things like that.
He came here, I believe, initially as a student, but he was fluent in Korean and became like a public figure here. He's like the most famous black person in Korea. And if I recall correctly, last summer, there was a group of high school students who recreated a Ghanaian meme, and they were just like pallbearers, they wore blackface, and a lot of people were offended by it, and he was trying to explain to them why they shouldn't do blackface. And there was some support, but mostly a lot of hate, to the point where he took a break from social media and they were trying to cancel him and telling him to go back to Ghana and to leave Korea.
You know, as far as the response to Sam, maybe if people didn't get on the social media and start calling him the N-word, or maybe if people didn't tell him to go pick some cotton, or maybe people didn't say go back to your poor country, that probably may have not made the blow so much more infuriating. You know what I mean? So this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. You know, when you do disrespectful things like that, and then the response to you being disrespectful is to be even more disrespectful. Where's the recourse? How do we become better as people? How can we encourage more positive relations when this is how we respond to our mistakes? What happened to people saying sorry?
So we've talked a bit about like all these negative experiences and a little bit difficulties here in Korea that you faced as a black person. But have there been incidents here in Korea where any incidents or experiences that were positive because you were black?
I guess one of the positive is, I guess, by some young people, especially in Hongdae, they think I'm cool. I guess that's a positive, and I'm not really that cool, but I mean, thank you. So I got some extra cool points just by existing, so that's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, overall it's been very positive. If it was so negative, I wouldn't be here. Like, I would just reject it altogether. You know, I have lots of friends, I have lots of people who help. In my last company, nobody treated me as different. I was treated like any other employee. It was just about the work I had to do. So I have so many experiences that I could probably make like a 5-hour video on them.
What do you wish people in Korea and around the world about being black in 2021?
Being black in 2021, it's like, how long is it going to take for people to stop seeing us as like dangerous and ghetto and uneducated and just like all the worst stereotypes you can think of? You put that with...
I'm keeping it a bean with you. It's going to take them a long time. Probably longer than you're going to be alive. I'm keeping it a stack. If shit like this is happening in 2021, the year of our Lord, the 2021, it's going to take a long ass time. But I want to hear what they say though.
Put that with a black face or darker skin. It's like, how long is this going to be? You know, like I tell people, unfortunately, racism is in every country.
Yeah.
It's not any more in Korea than the States, for example, but there's very few places you can go in the world where we're openly accepted and people don't automatically look at you a little bit skeptical if you're a darker person. So it would be nice if in 2021 we finally got to that point where human, we're equal, let's move on.
I feel like a lot of people perceive like the Black Lives Matter movement as Black Lives Better, and that's completely incorrect. We want to be met and known at face value, and whatever your opinion is after you meet us, then develop your opinion. But don't rely on the stereotypes and the things that you see in the news to alter your perspective of us, because that's not accurate. Just like stereotypes about Korean people, Chinese people, Indian people, Europeans, like they're not correct. So I'd rather you have no perspective, meet us, and then make your opinion, rather than look at all these things you see in the media and have a negative stereotype about like what we do and who we are, because Black is not a monolith is, I think, really important. We're not all the same. There's alt Black people, there's goth Black people, there's rock Black people, there's African diaspora Black people. Like, there's so many kinds of us. And I feel like putting us into this box is just inaccurate. And you're gonna miss out on a lot of dope people.
Being Black in Korea, to me, it doesn't seem as like, I feel like if going to Korea would be a great experience, but I feel like it will inconvenience me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because like I can't that indirect racism pisses me off more than direct racism, you know? Cause like I don't know, it's just something about that sneaky shit that I don't like. I don't like that at all. It just ain't, nah, I don't like that. But you know, still Korea do look very beautiful, and the culture looks great. And like I feel like if you are going to move to Korea, you got to know that you are moving to a different country that may have crazy ass views and might treat you a certain way. But you know that, nigga, you moved there, so you have to know what you got coming to you. But what are some other things about Korea that weren't explained in this video that y'all can say in the comments? Educate me on something. I really appreciate it. Ooh. If y'all enjoyed, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new and turn on my post notifications. And tell your friends about me. This was very this was a lot of information. I like this. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for everything. I'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all be easy, alright? Alright, bet.